Good morning. Today's December 27th, 2025. Today's a 3-day. Threes are about creative expression and self-expression, joy, personal power, the Trinity. The Bible verse today comes from Matthew chapter 7, verse 7. Ask and it'll be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. Ask, seek, knock. It's all manifesting the energy of 3 through bold action, curiosity, and faith to transform your reality. I grabbed the Spirit Animal Oracle this morning, and I just picked up a card, just random from the middle of the deck, and I got Owl Spirit. It says, "You see clearly now." Owl Spirit is card number 43. This is foundation building through creativity. Creative foundation building is what I wrote. It also reduces to 7. 7 can be about the throat chakra, which is authentic communication, self-expression through your voice. 7's about introspection, spiritual seeking, discerning truth, and sharing it clearly. You see clearly now. The rain is gone. The rain is emotions falling on you that you didn't ask for. The colors in this card, I'll show you again the colors in this card. It's like a little bit of crown, third eye, throat, and heart. Okay? This card's about the wisdom within you and wisdom within our conscious field that we all share. Your sensitivities are supercharged and you're receiving messages from all directions. So this card says, be wise and read between the lines. I asked for another card, and I got the seahorse. Watch and wait. The guidebook says observation from the perspective of one who is not engulfed by drama. Remaining at a distance from the turbulence. This card also says, not my circus, not my monkeys. Remain calm, watch, and see. Whatever your query, step back from it and be willing to explore things from different angles rather than a single one, and just observe. Be the neutral observer. You'll discover opportunities and a deeper understanding of what you seek and why. Seek and you shall find. Now, the underlying energy at the bottom of the deck is the dragonfly. And I'm just going to do a quick shout out to Janice Eileen. Janice, I saw this card and I immediately thought of you the other day in that comment that you left on my video about releasing imposter syndrome. I didn't know, like I'd heard of imposter syndrome before, but I didn't know what it was. So I spent many hours sitting here at the table researching what imposter syndrome was and why you were relating it to me. I have like 4 pages of psychology written about imposter syndrome in this notebook now. Okay, this card says truth transcends illusion. James chapter 1 verse 8. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavers is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything from the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Matthew 21:21. Today's a 3-day, but it's also a 21 day. When you reduce the date down, it reduces to 21, which further reduces to 3. Matthew 21:21. Verily I say unto you, if you have faith and doubt not, you shall say to this mountain, be removed and be cast into the sea, and it shall be done. Now this is the underlying energy. The underlying energy. This is someone who is going through imposter syndrome. This is a double-minded man. The dragonfly spirit is card number 22. This is a foundation built from duality. The double-minded man and imposter syndrome are immediately what came to mind. This card is telling me that in your brain, in your mind, your ego is saying you're just human, so prove it. You're saying you can move mountains, and your ego is saying you're just human, so prove it. Versus what it should be saying is you are God, and live it. The dragonfly, this card says wisdom and truth are available at all times in the hidden realms. So pay attention to the truth beyond the illusion and recognize the insights that come from nowhere. Fears dissipate as you realize the force of intelligence that is everywhere and always communicating with you. Now, what is imposter syndrome? It's a psychological pattern where individuals doubt their own accomplishments, skills, or talents and have a persistent, often irrational fear of living exposed as a fraud, despite clear evidence of their competence, such as achievements, praise, or qualification. They attribute their success to luck, timing, or external factors rather than their own abilities. They feel pressure to overwork or perfectionism to prove themselves. They fear failure or being found out even after repeated successes. And they often are full of negative self-talk, like everyone is more capable than I am. So I guess that's what we have going on today. Imposter syndrome. Or maybe we just needed to talk about it, but let's pull some cards. Let's see. Clarify for me, Owl Spirit, please. Owl Spirit, please. Hold on. Okay. While I was shuffling, that card flew out of the deck, hit the floor all the way over there, and it was the 10 of Cups. This is the Disney happy ending. The fairy tale. And immediately I'm seeing the owl and the stag. And there's 2 of everything. There's 2 of everything. Noah's Ark. This is a door that God opened that cannot be closed until God says to close it. The 10 of Cups. Alright, so this is Guardian of the Night Tarot. Not super familiar with this deck. I don't use it a whole lot. So the Ten of Cups, this card says community, connectedness, growth, feelings of happiness and contentment with life. And it's clarifying the owl spirit. You see clearly now. The Ten of Cups indicate that a problematic situation is ending, opening a door for a peaceful time in your life. Moments of stress or struggle will be replaced by feelings of optimism and bliss. Tell me about Seahorse. We have the Knight of Wands. And the Star. Watch and wait. The Star is aspiration. The Knight of Wands, this is bold action. Ask. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you. So the Ten of Cups. You asked. You knocked. And God opened the door. The Ten of Cups. You see clearly now. What is this? The Five of Pentacles. What is that song? Anastasia. The Five of Pentacles is somebody who's been feeling like they've been left out in the cold. Feel like I'm a fraud. I feel like I'm not reaching anybody. I feel like I'm not getting enough views on YouTube. I feel like maybe I feel like I've been copying other people's content. Not happening. Not happening. It's perceived. It's the illusion. This card came out all by itself before the Knight of Wands, and I didn't look at it till just now. So the Knight of Wands, this is bold, passionate action. And then the Star, card number 17. Discernment. I'm hearing discernment. Intuition's all well and good if you don't have discernment, the ability to know what's right and what's wrong for you. Powerful and protective. The word grace comes to mind, of being at peace when looking at the Star. Grace and peace. Little house wren. While basking in its light, you can feel your world shift as it transitions into a place of tranquility and harmony. The energy held within this card opens a direct channel to the divine, allowing feelings of hope and optimism to replace negative thoughts or emotions that may have been dominating your situation. And the Knight of Wands. Arrogant, overly ambitious, restless side. This is the Wolverine. Jeopardizes tearing down what the charming and passionate side has built. So when the Knight of Wands is present, you can be your own worst enemy. Yep, you sure can. Are you confident in your plans, or are you giving off a cocky and conceited vibe that in the end will turn off those who support you? This card will give you the fake it till you make it and advises that you create an image in your mind of the person that you want to become. Be creative and be bold. The deer in the star card represents intuition, confidence, and protection. And the owl is wisdom. Watch and wait. Become the neutral observer. The feeling of being left out, that feeling of being a fraud, the imposter syndrome. It's an illusion. And truth transcends illusion. Tell me about the dragonfly. We're 17:17 on the timer. Tell me about dragonfly, please. The Empress. It is the fox. The fox can be sneaky and a little bit sly with the Luna moth, magnolia flowers, protecting the kit underneath the roots of a tree. Let's see. The kit, that's your creation, is being protected at the root. Give me one more card, please, for Dragonfly Spirit. One more. Also, the Empress is 3. Thank you. The 10 of Swords. Cups at the bottom of the deck and Temperance. Okay, I'll let this be our we finish. Okay, so this 10 of Swords, this is a starling, and what starlings do is starlings push. They lay their eggs in the nest and they push the other eggs out from the other birds. They don't build their own lives. They're imposters. They're imposters. They kill the other birds. They kill the other babies. They push the eggs out of the nest and they let the other birds raise. Is that right? No, they just steal the nest. They're a fucking imposter. They're awful. They're a thief. So you've been allowing this imposter syndrome to run your life. But you're the Empress, so see beyond the illusion. Truth transcends illusion, and the truth is that you're fertile and you're sovereign. Because at the bottom of the deck is the peacock with the 9 of Cups. You know, wishes fulfilled. Throw that fucking mountain into the ocean. With Temperance. The 9 of Cups with Temperance. Hold on, I'll read it real fast. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. If you've been dealing with a difficult or emotional situation, this is difficulty. That rain is emotions. Temperance may arrive as a warning to indicate that a move to the middle, away from an extreme or rigid position, will prove beneficial. You may need to consider if there's too much emotion invested. Depending on the situation and position where Temperance sits, you may hold the power to assist a situation by taking on the mediator role. Your unique perspective and insight will bring two parties together to reach an amicable outcome. The frog embodies the energy of temperance as it balances its life in and out of water. So the frogs are about growth, balance, prosperity, transformation, and good fortune. Good fortune. Remember what Jesus said. Jesus said, standing on the courthouse steps, your own scriptures say that you are God's. You're not just human, you are God. Live it. You have the power to move that mountain. You have the power to overcome that obstacle. You're not a fraud. You're not a fraud at all. And I love you. Have a great day. 22:14 on the timer.